bought Tess this huge bunch of flowers and I wrote her a letter.
What did the letter say?
Well, just that I was sorry.
You admitted guilt, so now if this does go to court, you're not going to have a leg to stand on.
I need to see Tess McManus.
I'm sorry, you can't see her.
Well, when will I be able to see her?
I'm not sure. It certainly won't be today.
My schoolboy boyfriend
says that Gabby's been having an affair with Paul.
I just want you to know that it was real. And I never took advantage of him.
What you've done's an insult to me and to Diane.
You know it was Kirsten who did.
I had my suspicions, but thanks for confirming.
Hey, gorgeous, it's with the bag.
Dad's driving me crazy. Just have to get out of there.
Oh, we'll jump in. We're just going to go for a drive.
We finished searching the container. There wasn't much there, except maybe this.
Looks a little old. Get it developed anyway.
Well, there's a lot of Philip McManus, and in just about all of them, he's all over this woman.
Now, why would she keep that a secret?
Can you remember the things we used to do? I'll draw your picture, send a message to the moon. Here I am, there you are, out of the blue. This is the place that we belong to. This is our place in the sun.
Come on, move it! Poppy, Hammond, pick up those feet! Good work, guys. We're done. I'll see you next time. That was seriously pathetic.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
Yeah, it's easy blowing the whistle. Try writing when you've had 3 hours sleep. Yeah, thanks for getting up early for me.
We're friends, that's what we do.
Well, I need as many of you as I can right now.
Come on, it's not so bad. Ron would have calmed down by now.
I don't know, Beck. He's never talked to me like that.
Well, with any luck, he'll be minus a lawsuit by the end of the day.
Sweetie,
Tess is going to drop it. Jared thinks so too.
let's just wait and see what she says at the hospital.
Don't be too surprised if you see Kirsten getting wheeled in. She'll need intensive care once I finish with her.
Look, I love the way you want to go into bat for me, but it's...
Yeah, you know what? That email could have ruined your career. I'm not going to let her get away with it.
Cool, I found that sign. You ready to go?
I just got to grab my science notes. If you're looking for Kirsten, she's not here.
So where is she? We need to talk.
She just left really early.
More like she got herself out of here before I got home. Well, the longer it takes for me to find her, the louder I'm going to yell.
So what's really going on?
Kirsten didn't come home last night.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Look, she was really upset. Dad ripped into her last night.
So?
Look, I'm not saying she hasn't been a cow.
A total cow. And now she's finished with Gab and Paul. She's probably off ruining someone else's life.
Hey, if you're here for Peter, she's...
No, I wanted to talk to you, actually. I called the school. They said you were having a couple of days off.
Why? What's going on?
I need you to accompany me down to the station. There's a couple of questions I need to ask you. About a relationship you neglected to mention to us.
Look, if this is about Paul O'Donnell, I can explain. I haven't crossed over any legal lines.
No, this has got nothing to do with Paul. This is about Philip McManus.
Yeah, I covered for you in geography, but that's it. And if you stop playing these games, you can give me a call, okay? I just want to know if you're all right.
She's probably loving that you're worried about her.
What am I supposed to tell Dad if she doesn't come home tonight?
It's not your problem.
Where have you been?
My cue kid.
And who's that guy?
Blade.
Blade. What kind of a name
Dad
is
told me
Blade?
to make friends, so I am.
Okay, first of all, Kirsten, that guy looks like a total loser, okay? And second of all, you know that's not what Dad meant.
Well, maybe I don't care, Carl.
Fine. You know what? Maybe I'm not gonna lie for you. How's that?
No one asked you to.
It was never really a relationship.
Well, what would you call it?
A mistake. A big, embarrassing mistake. Billy and I kind of hooked up around the time of my 21st.
Hooked up?
We had one kiss the night before the party, and there was, a bit of something on the boat too.
Anyhow, our friend Jason drowned that night.
And Philip moved to the UK 3 days after the funeral?
That's right. It was horrible. Philby was gone and we hadn't even had a chance to talk about us. That's why I went to London.
What, so you flew halfway around the world because of one kiss?
Basically.
Must have been a good kiss.
See? You're thinking it too, it's crazy. And that's exactly the reason why I didn't tell my friends at the time.
When you arrived in London, how did Philip react?
He was blown away. He was really stoked to see me. On this day, we went sightseeing and that's where these were taken.
And what about that night?
We went back to the hostel in Earl's Court.
And you spent the night together?
Can you tell me why you need to know that? Okay, yeah. And it felt right somehow, like Philby and I were meant to be together. Until the next day, that is.
There was a problem?
Neither. I went sightseeing again, and when I got back to the hostel, he was in bed with Miss Helsinki.
Yeah?
Fast work.
That's how Philby was. He wanted something, he got it, and then moved on. I was just stupid to think that I was any different. Anyhow, within hours, I was back on the plane here, and I just pretended that it didn't happen, and I didn't tell anyone, not even Beck.
But you stayed in contact with Philip? Letters, phone calls?
Yes. Not often. Every now and then, that kind of thing.
That's quite a tale.
It's true. Humiliating, but true. I don't want Tess to know. If there's any way we can keep this confidential,
Well, that depends on whether there's anything else I need to know about your relationship with the deceased.
No. I've told you everything. I just wish I did from the start, that's all.
I can't for the life of me think why you agreed to see him.
Ron's a good man.
He's also a businessman. You know he's going to try and talk you out of proceeding.
Look, I know how you feel about it, but what happened at the club, it was an accident.
That doesn't alter the fact you could have lost the baby.
I didn't.
Now's your chance, Tess. You can use the law to get everything that's rightfully yours. You can give your baby everything it needs. So think about it. What's holding you back?
Hey, Tess, how you feeling?
Better. I'm going home tomorrow.
Oh, good for you. Poppy and I were hoping we could have a quiet word.
Whatever you have to say to Tess, you can say in front of me.
Well, you've probably already guessed I'm here about the lawsuit. I was hoping we could settle this out of court. I mean, you'd have to agree that's better for everyone.
Don't you mean better for you?
Do you really want to put Tess through the stress of a legal hearing, Deborah?
What I want for Tess and my grandchild is justice.
Tracy and Jared were under the impression you might be willing to drop the suit.
I haven't decided either way.
We don't want to press you in any way.
No, I know that.
That's exactly what you are doing.
Well, can't Tess speak for herself?
I'm not stopping her. And if you think sending flowers and a card is going to make up for what you did...
I just wanted to apologise. I feel terrible about what happened. Please, Tess, no one's trying to cheat you. But if you go ahead with the lawsuit, it's going to break Ron. Is that really what you want?
If I were you, I'd spend less time trying to manipulate Tess and more time with your lawyer.
So, you've decided then? You're going to do this?
I'm sorry, I am.
If it was only a one-night stand, how come she wasn't up front with us?
Maybe something else happened in London. I mean, a trip like that, it's a pretty strange thing not to tell your friends.
Yeah, especially a group of friends as tight as this bunch.
Yeah, Gabby did organise a reunion.
Maybe she lured McManus back for a reason.
She's holding a grudge. She's jealous of their new wife.
Gabby West, do you have it in you?
Well, she's a local. She'd have to have known Tiger. She could have bought the drugs off him and given them to Philip.
Any luck in locating Tiger yet?
It's been 2 weeks and he's vanished off the face of the earth. Should I get Gabby back in?
Detective Wilson, No, tell them I'll be right over. All right, OK, thanks for telling me. Just hold off on talking to Gabby West for a while, will you?
Why? What's going on?
The wife has decided it's time for a chat.
The police could argue 2 felonies, attempting to profit from stolen goods and withholding information in a murder investigation.
You mean I could go to jail?
I will do everything I can to make sure that doesn't happen.
Don't say anything to incriminate yourself.
I'd prefer it if she told the truth, actually. G'day, Tess. Feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
You mind if I ask your client a few questions?
She's still very
weak. It won't
weak.
take long. You can make a full statement down at the station when you feel you're ready.
I'll tell you everything I know.
Good. Then tell me about the stolen diamonds.
My client had no prior knowledge of the theft.
Did you, Tess?
Philip told me nothing about it. I found out when I got here.
How?
About 2.5 weeks after the funeral, someone sent me an email from the stolen laptop.
Who sent it? I want names.
Why don't you see for yourself? He's down the hall in a coma.
Your husband and Ray Churchill were working together.
According to Jenny Wu, they were partners.
Well, how do you know Jenny Wu?
We met probably the day before the shooting, the same day that you found her. I don't know what she told you, but she was a diamond dealer. She was going to buy the diamonds from Philip.
And how did you come to be in possession?
I worked it out. I found out that Philip had a fake passport, and I used it to collect a second consignment from the docks. The diamonds were in it. But it's the truth. I swear, I know it's hard to believe, but I swear.
I think you better tell me the rest of the story.
Maybe if Peter talked to Tess by herself, she'd change her mind.
No, we can't put her in that position.
Technically, she put herself in that position.
Worst case scenario. That's what we have to plan for.
Fundraising. How hard can it be? I mean, think of the speed dating night. We almost broke even last time. What if we did a theme?
What, like the people are actually single this time?
Golden oldies. Do you know how many single friends that Nan has?
Yeah, they're in here every Monday as it is. There's hardly a man over 70 gets past them.
Well, what about trivia, or even better, a band? Hello, singer taken care of.
Better keep it small, eh? Start with trivia.
Okay. Well, Stav said he'd help us, and I'm sure Gabby would give us a hand.
Might be best to leave Gabby out of it for the moment.
Well, I'd ask Peter, but that would be kicking ourselves when we're down.
Give Peter a break. It's not her fault this whole thing's blown up.
It's her fault she's working for the enemy.
Look, this whole thing is bad enough without it causing trouble between you two. Anyway, at the end of the day, it's only money. So we have to keep telling ourselves.
It was stupid and it was crazy, and the worst thing is I knew it at the time. But I was so desperate. I felt trapped and I wanted a way out, and I thought I'd found one.
You were only doing what you thought was best for the baby. No mother would do otherwise.
No, there's no excuse for the risks I took. And Tracy, for what happened to her, I'll never forgive myself.
Can your friend Noel Keating verify this?
I'll give you all his details, but just so that you know, Ray threatened his family. That's why he did what he did.
I contacted Noel on Tess's behalf. Nothing has happened so far.
I just hope that part was a bluff.
Surely you've got all you need for today.
Yes, thanks.
What are you doing about my son's killer?
Our investigations are continuing.
I'm talking about Ray Churchill.
When he wakes up, I'll be speaking with him. Thanks for your cooperation.
Will Tess be facing any charges?
I'll prepare a report for the DPP.
You must have some idea.
You'll find out in due course, Miss Lee.
Detective Wilson, I mailed you a letter last week from the airport.
I didn't receive it.
I sent it, I swear. It has everything that I've said written down in it. I meant to give it to you all along. Whatever I've done, I've never lost sight of justice for Philip.
I'll look forward to reading it.
Do you believe her?
I don't know. Either way, I don't like it. I gave Tess McManus so many chances to come to me. If she wanted out of the McManus household, I would have helped.
Without the $2 million golden handshake.
Well, yeah. Greed, desperation, maybe a bit of both.
Not many women would try and double-cross their own husband's killer.
If Churchill is the killer, no, I don't suppose many would. What's his doctor say?
He's still in a coma, but she's confident he'll regain full consciousness. What's that?
She wasn't lying. Tess McManus sent this from the airport before the shooting. She's laid it all out. The false passport, Churchill's threats. If we could just find out where he was living, we could get our hands on that stolen laptop.
What about Gabby West? Did you tell Tess about the London fling?
Oh, I don't see how an impulsive one-night stand has any bearing on this investigation. The more I think about it, Gabby West might have her secrets. I don't think she's our killer.
So thanks for helping me with English.
As long as you know you owe me.
Yeah? What did you have in mind?
Oh, great. This is just what I want to come home to.
We need to talk. I'm not going to tell Dad about what happened last night, but only if you agree not to see that guy again.
Since when did you get to make the rules?
Kirsten, listen, I know you're mad at everything, okay? But guys like Blade are trouble. Things aren't so bad here. You should give it another chance.
Kirsten, just the person I wanted to see.
Listen, Beck, can you talk to her another time?
Don't you walk away from me. Now, I have tried, Kirsten. I have tried meeting you halfway. I've tried reasoning with you. But you do nothing but throw it back in my face time and time again. But the fact that you brought Gabby and Paul into this, the fact that you lied to hurt them, how dare you? Gabby is devastated. Now, I can only imagine what Paul's going through.
No one cares about me, so why should I care about them?
Oh, if that's an excuse, I'm sorry. It just doesn't cut it.
Welcome to my life.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know. The letter that Tess sent to Wilson, it's turned up.
So, what does that mean?
Well, I think the fact that she documented everything she knew should go in her favour.
I'm counting on you, Peter. If there are criminal charges, make them go away.
I'll do everything I can. If there's nothing else you need for today?
There is one other thing.
What's this?
The get well card Poppy sent to Tess. She told you about it? So you know Poppy admits full liability for the accident?
Ron never argued that. And the fact that he's offered to negotiate an out-of-court settlement...
Which we both know will mean a lower payout for Tess.
He's acting in good faith, doing everything he can to meet her halfway.
You told me you'd look after her.
Of course I will.
Good. I've decided on the sum we intend to sue for.
How much are you asking?
See for yourself.
Where's Ron supposed to get $150,000?
I'll put you in touch with a lawyer and they can start building a defence.
And in the meantime, you'll go right ahead and build a case against Ron.
Well, if I walk away, Deborah's just going to get another lawyer.
And that makes it okay.
Well, you haven't helped. That card you sent Tess, Deborah's going to use that in court.
So make sure it gets lost.
Oh, I can't do that.
Why not, Peter? I'd do it for you.
Hey, all right. Let's just take a step back here.
Oh, Poppy. I am really so sorry, Ron.
Look, just tell me straight. If I contest and go to court, how much worse can it get?
People have been awarded millions for relatively minor injuries.
The fact that Tess is pregnant.
I will make sure you get the best lawyer that I can find.
What do you want?
those guys are?
Yeah, they're bladesmaids. They always hang around here.
Yeah, drinking and picking fights.
What do you care? You don't even like me.
That doesn't mean I want to see you get into trouble.
Did my brother send you to follow me?
He's worried about you, so do him a favour and go home.
Listen, I can look after myself.
Hey, Kirst!
Hey!
I'm gonna go check out a party. Wanna come?
Yeah, sure.
Are you crazy? He's been drinking.
It's called having fun, Lucia. Maybe you should try it sometime.
Plenty of room, babe.
Seriously, Kirsten, don't do this.
Whatever. Let's go.
Last chance.
Yeah, okay, I'll come.
It's more like it. Let's get this party started. Get out now.
Great, we're miles from anywhere.
No one asked you to come.
Would I be left alone with this loser?
Where's the party?
Erie, babe.
There's no one else coming?
Oh, Dave's on his way.
Okay, so this is fun, but we're leaving now.
No, you're not going anywhere. Either of you.